Wow. I'm asking that you guys please hang in there with me tonight. I can picture my dad up in heaven with a Hostess cupcake and an ice cold Coke, just soaking all this in. Right, family? And some of his most special people of his life are here, and we're thankful for that. Our family would like to thank Will Driscoll and the entire Virginia Sports Hall of Fame committee. We are truly grateful for our dad's induction. Will and Salima, your enthusiasm and love for the hall is so appreciated. And Katie, thank you. I know this is a family effort. It's pretty amazing that there are only 345 inductees in the hall. And to know our dad is right there with the greatest legends in Virginia sports history is a tremendous blessing. Our stepmom, Donna, is so sorry she wasn't able to make it here from Reno, Nevada. She sends her heartfelt thanks, and we can't wait to replay all the excitement with her afterwards. Wood Seelig, you knew Coach since we were in elementary school together, running around the campus and shooting hoops in the field house with our buddies Bobby Howard and Jeff Kroll. He was always so proud of your career, especially when you came back home. Your support and friendship meant such a great deal to him and our entire family, and we're truly thankful for all the things you've done for us. Harry Minium. After each of the articles that Harry wrote, my dad would say, "I don't know how Harry does it." My wife Lisa summed it up. A lot of people can write, but not everybody can tell a story. Harry, your beautiful words captured his wonderful life. Thank you. Hall of Famer Dr. Jim Jarrett. Thank you for your support over the years, and I know he'd like to say hi to Shug. Coach Jeff Jones, thank you for making the Allen family part of the team every time we come in town. And then I know he would want to say hi to Coach Paul Webb, who he called a great coach and a true gentleman. After each as important and awesome as this is for the inductees, it brings great joy to family and friends. So I've tried to figure out what my dad would have said. He would want to make it a lot about those in attendance tonight and those closest to him. He'd want to thank his best college buddies and lifetime friends, Tex Williams and Jack Freeman. Last night, I just listened to them beaming with stories about my dad. And it reminded me of a story my dad told me about Tex. Tex Williams made a one-day trip, 18 hours round trip, to have lunch with my dad. 18 hours up and back. When I told Tex how much my dad appreciated that, Tex Williams said, "Friendships have no perimeters." Thank you, Tex and Jack, for being here. They're here with their wives, Kay and Cecile. And Dr. Joel and Cookie Mason, who took us in as part of their family. And then his teams. He loved his teams. Coach Charlie Woolham and his wife Pat, and Coach Ed Hall. He said that staff was the perfect blend of chemistry for that championship team. They were three young coaches who captured a national championship. You will forever share a bond together. Dick Frame, the radio voice of the Monarchs. I don't think I ever missed a post-game interview that you had with my dad. And if I wasn't traveling with the team, I never missed one of your away game broadcasts. Carol Hudson, your total commitment to ODU over the years is truly appreciated. You taught me how to keep stats. And I bugged you almost every time out over at the scorer's table. And I tried to do my best to wear a Hudson blue tie tonight. And his players. He loved his players. Dave Twarzik is here with his wife, Kathy, who I've known for over 50 years. Joel Copeland, Wilson Washington, Joey Carruthers, Jeff Furman, Terry Foster, Tony Zontini, Tim Sweeney, Jay Roundtree from Hershey, Pennsylvania, and Pastor Reese Nealon. I know the commitment and sacrifices that some of you made to get here, and he would be humbled by that. And I know he would be proud of the Papa Sonny fan club that's here tonight. Kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, nieces and nephews, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, he loved you guys. Will you please stand up, Sonny Allen's fan club? Thank you. Dave Twarzik said one of my dad's greatest strengths was keeping things simple. Whether it was the rules and responsibilities of running the Sonny Allen Fast Break or a college graduation card he wrote to my youngest sister, Kelly, he always kept it simple. That note said, "Congratulations on your college degree, also on your first job as an adult." Then it proceeded with, "Proud of you, work hard, be a good citizen, life is good, have a great day, love you, Dad." So, be a good citizen always brought a smile to our face. I mean, what does that really mean? Be a good citizen. It means everything our dad stood for. He was a leader, he treated others fairly, he made sacrifices, he stood up for what he believed in, he had a vision, and he provided opportunities for others to have a better life. My sister Jackie researched this, and it's actually listed specifically in the Bible. Romans 13:1 says, "Be a good citizen. All governments are under God. Insofar as there is peace and order, it's God's order. So live responsibly as a citizen." After my dad passed away a year and a half ago, my siblings got together and wanted to have some special way for us to celebrate on his birthday and carry on his legacy. So we made March 8th Sonny Allen's Be a Good Citizen Day. So across the country, there are family and friends that feed the homeless, donate to charities, doing all types of volunteer work. They participate, they don't spectate. And there's even Be a Good Citizen, Adopt a Highway in North Carolina, a stretch of the most well-kept road in the country. Good citizens share their skills, talents, and abilities with others. My dad often said, "You never know what roads that friendships and circumstances may lead you." When my dad finished playing ball at Marshall, he soon began coaching there and struck up a friendship with Dan Woolridge, who was a college basketball official. Through the next couple of years, they stayed in touch. Then in 1965, Dan contacted my dad and said there was an opening at a small school in Norfolk, Virginia. And he said, "Sonny, I think you can get the job." I called and talked to Dan last week and told him I was going to share that story. Dan is 87 years old and lives in Norfolk, Virginia. Dan was able to tell me more of the connection. Legendary Old Dominion athletic director and coach Bud Metheny was a World Series champion with the Yankees prior to his days with the Monarchs. Bud helped sign Dan Woolridge to a contract with the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, which eventually led Dan to tell Bud about this young coach in Huntington, West Virginia. It's all about friendships. And here's some others. My dad would always say, "What happened if?" He said, "What would happen if I hadn't bumped into Dave Twarzik's high school coach while having a hot dog and Coke at halftime of the Pennsylvania High School All-Star Game?" Or watching Button Speaks, who was mentioned on the video and called us today to tell everybody hello. Button Speaks grew up near the Marshall campus, so we got to see him. Or signing the National Junior College Player of the Year, Bob Pritchett, after being at Old Dominion for just a year. Or what about Joey Carruthers and Jeff Furman stepping up as sophomores and helping lead the team to the national championship? Or Wilson Washington transferring back from the University of Maryland back home and winning 15 straight to close out the season. And then Joel Copeland, one of the most highly recruited players on the East Coast and across the country, and he signed with the Old Dominion Monarchs. And then he talked about this, Oliver Purnell making a great defensive play to force an off-balance jumper at the buzzer to win the national championship in 1965. I remember, I was right under the basket as that shot rolled off the rim, and that led to one of the greatest pictures ever with Wilson and Tony Flores lifting my dad up on their shoulders at midcourt. And then lastly, the next season my dad went to SMU, and the Monarchs made it back to the Final Four in Evansville. On one of my last visits to Reno, when my dad was slowing down, he shared a story with me that he had traveled to Evansville for those games. I asked him who had seen him there and how did he get a ticket. He had not seen anyone. He bought a general admission ticket out front of the arena and sat up in the top row. He told me this was Coach Webb's team and they had a job to do, and he didn't want to be a distraction. But he said, I had to be there. That was literally how he was. He never made it about himself. So thanks again, Will, and the entire committee for enshrining Sonny Allen, our dad, in the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you.